Hello there and welcome to Lower 6th Further Maths A-Level January Mock Exam Revision Sheet 2. Here we're working on question 2. So we have two complex numbers and we need to find the coefficients on the cubic polynomial that creates these two complex numbers, or these two numbers. So given that 3 minus 7i is a root of a polynomial, we can therefore also assume that x equals 3 plus 7i is also a root of the same polynomial. So I'm going to come back to x equals 3 later on, but I'm going to sort out first the quadratic equation that will give us an answer of 3 plus or minus 7i. Okay, and what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use a method of the reverse of completing the square. So I'm going to take away 3 onto the sides and you'll see what happens here. We'll get a quadratic and then I'll bring in x minus 3 later on to complete it as a cubic. So taking away 3, x minus 3 equals plus or minus 7i. Squaring both sides now, we get x minus 3 squared equals, right, so 7i squared, whoops, bit of a speak eye. Okay, so that's 49 and then the I squared is a negative. And minus 7i squared, well that's a minus 7 squared, that's 49, and the I squared will give me a minus. So they're both minus 49. Okay, taking the, expanding the brackets now, x squared minus 6x plus 9 equals minus 49. And adding the 49 onto the other side, and we get plus 58. Equals 0. So this is the cubic that will give 3 minus or plus 7i. So now what we need to do to create our final answer is to expand the brackets x squared minus 6x plus 58 with x minus 3. Because x minus 3 is going to give us a root of x equals 3. So expanding these brackets, we're going to get x cubed minus 3x squared minus 6x squared plus 18x plus 58x minus 58 times 3, that's 150 and 24, 174. So minus 174 equals 0. So simplifying this, we're going to get x cubed minus 9x squared plus 76 x minus 174 equals 0. So to summarise, b is going to equal the value minus 9, c is going to equal the value 76, and d is going to equal the value minus 174. Okay, great, 3 marks.